Hello and welcome to the Real on Real Estate radio show with your host, Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed real estate broker with K1 Realty Group. Join us every first and third Saturday at 11 a.m. on WMBM 1490 AM, where you get lots of news on real people, real problems, and real estate.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Dr. Karen Lewis. Welcome to the Real on Real Estate Radio. Please join us. Are we live, all the way live? Are we live, all the way live?
Yes, you are.
All right. So thank you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. Again, I am Dr. Karen Lewis with K1 Realty Group, and my contact information is 954-248-9149. And if you want to give us a call, here are our numbers. Our phone number is 1-888-599-9626. And all our social media is K1 Realty Group. So I want to put this out. July 22nd. I am so sorry, but I'm hearing a lot of different things in my ear. I'm not sure what's going on. Just some kind of technical difficulty. We'll get it right. Are we live? All the way live. We have to do that again.
There we go.
All right. Good morning. I'm Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed broker with K1 Realty Group. Welcome on this wonderful 4th of July on the Real on Real Estate Radio. Real people, real solutions in real estate. And thank you for joining us. And if you decide that you want to call in, our phone number here is 1-888-599-9626. And I want to also give out my contact information, 954-248-9149. And all our social media is K1 Realty Group. And I want to put this out before we get started. On July 22nd, we are having a virtual financial planning workshop. I wanted to put that workshop on because when we went through and experienced this COVID-19, I believe in a lot of people that I've talked to, they were not in a good financial situation because we never expected this to happen. So we are putting on a virtual financial workshop with Hyacinth Henderson with the Henderson Financial Group. And if you're interested, definitely give me a call, 954-248-9149.
Awesome.
All right, so I have two guests with me today. Well, one guest and one of them family. Jacqueline, first I have to apologize to you because I talk so fast that all I did was say Jacqueline, a guest and agent with K1 Realty Group. I didn't let Jacqueline officially introduce herself. So Jacqueline, you can go forth. Take the mic.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Williams with K1 Realty. I can also be reached. Karen and I are real estate agents. She's my broker and she's an awesome individual. Awesome. You can reach me at 770-256-1080. And also you can email me. That's Jacqueline, JACQUELINE, Sell, SELL, Homes with the S, @gmail.com. Also, guys, some of you may know me, some of you may not, but guess what? I am back in the Florida area. I am here to help and assist you with all your real estate needs. Please reach out. Give me a call. Once again, my number is 770-256-1080, and I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Karen Lewis now.
I'm going to add, Jacqueline is also, she's not new to the real estate market. Jacqueline is also licensed in Georgia and Florida. So those who are interested in Georgia, you can reach out to Jacqueline as well. I'm also licensed in Florida and Georgia as well.
And you know what? I forgot to tell everyone, I do residential and commercial real estate, guys. So if you need any commercial real estate needs as well, please reach out. Give me a call. Thank you.
Okay, and before I give the market trends, I have to, it's a must that I'm going to let my guest introduce herself. My girl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brittani Shingles with Safe Title and Escrow. I guess we'll get more into that later, but I just wanted to say hello.
Brittany, I'm so glad that you could join us today. I met Brittany. I called Brittany in the last minute, and she just stepped up and said, "Let's do it." And we have so much information because a lot of people, a lot of buyers and sellers, they don't understand what takes place on the title aspect. Right. So we definitely want to get started with that. Before we do, I just want to talk about the market trends on what's going on in the Tri-County area. The stats that I have there from May, our June stats won't be out until about another 2 weeks or so, but I want to do a comparison from May 2019 to May 2020. The numbers of the houses that were sold in 2019 were 4,886, and the numbers that were sold in 2020 were 2,539. So you can see a decrease about 48%, and we know the reason on why that took place though. And here's another thing, the median sales price is 2019, $365,000. In 2020, it was $372,000. And so people are asking, is the market getting ready to decline? Well, based on the numbers here, does not look like it's declining. The price went up from $365,000 in 2019, and then 2020, $372,000. So don't wait in talking about buying a house thinking that the market is going to drop to the bottom. Have a talk with us now in reference to that. One size does not fit all, so we definitely would be interested in hearing what you have to say if you're interested in purchasing a home at this time. And now I'm going to let Jacqueline just tell us a little bit about what's going on in our community.
COVID-19 is going on in our community, guys. Last year,
don't rub it in.
I know, but I just have to tell them. Last year we were out fireworks celebrating all over South Florida.
Right.
And now guess what, guys? We are inside. All of the events have been canceled only because we have to stay safe. And staying safe is staying in. So I hope all of you guys are staying safe, staying in, and making sure that you are safe. Another point on that, what's going on in the community, Governor DeSantis has canceled, guys, that's right, canceled all of the evictions and anything that's going on with your home, foreclosures. It's been canceled till August 1st. So all you guys out there that was worried about whether or not you're going to be put out your house or evicted from your apartments, guess what? DeSantis has actually suspended that to August the 1st, guys. So
awesome.
Look for different, I would say, opportunities or other things to help you so that by August the 1st, you're already in a better situation. Don't wait till the last minute, guys.
Okay. Awesome.
And also, it's a lot of money out there for small businesses. So if you guys are suffering or you need something, look into Fort Lauderdale or Dade County. There are a lot of options out there for you as a business owner. Take advantage of those. And our corona cases, guys, let me just read your corona cases right quick. In Broward County, the corona cases has went up from 1,113 to 18,229, guys, with 406 deaths. That's a lot of deaths, guys.
Wow.
And in Dade County, the numbers have, they were at 246, and they went up to 42,311 with 1,018 deaths, guys. So at this point, our numbers are increasing. We need to stay safe, wear your mask, stay in, stay safe, and I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Karen now.
Wow, look at the cases. I know there are some people who tend to talk about the coronavirus as a hoax. Whatever it is, people are dying, and we just stress to you, be safe and be wise about it so that you're not in that number. If you all hear the news, we heard our first case of an 11-year-old boy died this week with COVID. We can't take it lightly. We can't take it for granted. This, we hope, and I believe that this is not a forever situation. It's temporary, and just govern yourself accordingly. And back to the small business for the loans, the different loans that's going on in our communities. There are a lot of different referrals and resources that people
Yes.
can go to. We just have to dig for the information and get it. And I was talking to one lady, and she put in for an application, and this was her comment: I don't have time to fill in all that information.
Wow.
Take the time.
Yes.
Call it as your French benefits if you can, get
Yes.
some money to help you at this time. So I recommend that you do your homework, and even if you don't know where to go, give us a call, 954-248-9149. We do have some resources that can help you as well.
Free money out there, guys. It is absolutely free money out there.
Well, I need to call you then and get some free money too, because I need some free
Yes,
money.
it's great money.
But I know we only have a short period of time, but I definitely want to go in and just start talking to Brittani about her part and what she does. We're a real estate agent, and so we're kind of like on the front end, and Brittani is behind the scenes where, a lot of buyers and sellers don't see you until at the end of the deal. Am I correct, Brittani?
Right. I usually don't meet them. That's usually my favorite part, but even though I don't do that so much anymore, is meeting the people and matching, the face with who I've been talking to. But I do kind of, talk with the buyer and the seller throughout the process of getting it closed to get what I need to do what I do.
So you do spend time talking to the buyers and the seller. Now, most times a buyer or seller don't recommend title companies. We normally recommend the title companies.
Yeah.
Can some buyers, if they say that, they've had a relationship with you, have you ever had buyers to recommend you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happened quite often, especially if, they've had some other relationships in the past, whether or not it's been I've done some kind of refinance for one of their relatives, or any kind of situation that's happened, and I've had contracts that have come to me that have listed someone else on the escrow agent. It's like, no, this is who I want to use, and it's happened the reverse way as well. So it does happen. Yeah.
How's the market for you right now? I mean,
I was just having this conversation yesterday. I was on a podcast yesterday called Under Control, and we were having the same conversation. It hasn't slowed down. And I was telling them, and they were both surprised at what I was saying, but I was saying, like, everything that, all the files that I had kind of going into this, lockdown and everything, they just kept going. Everything kept closing. I am seeing a slowdown now due to the moratorium that you spoke about just a minute ago from Governor DeSantis. I'm having some, files that are held up because there are, evictions pending, things like that. So that does happen, and it does kind of affect the market. But for the most part,
we're still moving.
Moving. That's what amazed me, is that it just kept moving. I had to figure out how to do the closings I needed to do, whether or not it was go meet someone at their kitchen table. I had to do a couple of those,
Wow.
as this happened. Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
she's had to. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Had
had
to.
some
Yeah.
and we've had closings now like 10 o'clock at nighttime.
Yeah,
Sometimes
absolutely.
we've had them at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you're doing virtual closing?
Well, the remote online notarization. The problem with that, the most of the lenders, it is a service that's available in my company, but the lenders haven't allowed for the loan packages to be done electronically. They want wet signatures on all of those. So that hasn't happened as far as the buyer side. The seller side is still available, but it just hasn't quite gotten there yet. Many of the people who own the inventory are not as tech savvy, and so I'm not saying people want to use that service, but it is available.
Okay, so
It is
Brittani,
available. Yeah.
she makes it available. So Jacqueline, now we know that we can do online closings and remote. And so
yeah, that's awesome. Especially awesome for a lot of individuals out there, because guys, the market is still hot. I'm telling you, the market is still hot. There's not enough product out there right now. The market's very hot. So,
Yeah.
and the interest rates are low, so now's a great time to get in. And we can turn that back over to Brittani, and she can tell us all about that.
I got a lot. You got to turn that back over to
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry.
Brittani, so I always like to talk from a first grade level.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it sounds good. Remember now, this is our language. We do this day in and day out.
Right.
So now we're going to start from the beginning. As a title company, the buyer and the seller, the real estate agent sends the contract over to you.
Right.
Then you start having a dialogue with the lender. So you're dealing with the lender, you're dealing with the real estate agent, and then you have to call the buyer and the seller and get information from them.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now what do you do? Because there's a charge for your services, so
Right.
they're paying for what as a buyer and or as a seller?
Right, so title companies at our base, at our root, we're insurance companies. So that's what we do. We sell a product called title insurance. We sell two different types of title insurance products. We sell owner's policies and we sell lender's policies. The lender's policy ensures that the lender has first priority, that they're first in line, that their mortgage is free and clear. And then the owner's policy is just like it sounds. It does the same thing. It ensures that the property that you just purchased is free of any things that would attach to the home itself. And that's what the insurance is, that no one can come knock on your door and say, hey, I own this home and you don't. And so that's what we do. But when I first get in the contract, one of the things that I do is I order title searches, which is anything that's recorded in the public record, and then I also order lien searches, which is something, things that are not recorded in the public record, but still affect the home, like permits,
Right.
building, anything like that. Like I said, it's unrecorded because it's not in the county records, but it is something that affects the property. So
Right.
that's what we do, and we clear all those issues up to get it closed.
So a buyer does not have to worry about 5 years later, knock, knock, knock.
Right.
Right.
This home belongs to Jacqueline.
Right, right.
Are you serious? It belongs, and I just
Right.
paid $300,000?
Right.
Okay, so that's what
Right.
buyers need to
Mhm.
hear, that that's the reason that they purchase the title insurance,
Right.
so that it does not affect them years down the line.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can a buyer close a deal
Mhm.
with a lien on the property, or
Yeah.
an open permit?
Yeah, you can. So if the liens, of course, you can always take it. You can take the property truly as is with all of the liens, but you, of course, would have to have sign some kind of hold harmless document. But the open permit is something that has to be in the contract. If it's not in the contract, we can absolutely close and insure with title insurance a property that is that has an open permit, because like I said, it's not a recorded item. It's not something that can affect the property in terms of someone can come and take it because you have an open permit. And I see this quite frequently where, realtors will come in and they forget to put that clause at the bottom saying, I will seller will close all permits at their expense. And then when that happens, every time it's missing from the contract, it'll come, the title search or the lien search will come back with it. And if if there's a seller's attorney representing the seller, they'll immediately fire me an email saying my client's, not going to do that kind of thing. So yeah, like I said, the liens, you can take them if you want to. I would not recommend it unless it's really advantageous for you to do so.
Right.
But the permits issue, like I said, that's more of a contracting issue than a title issue.
And most times, who would take that
Mhm.
lien
Mhm.
and be responsible for it are investors.
Right.
Some investors would take it as opposed to a primary residence.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, usually that's what I see, is that my investors will, if they're willing to, if the deal is good enough, right? If it's
Right.
sweet enough, if there's
It's
enough
good enough.
equity there, I've seen them come in and pay back taxes and do just to get the deal done because there's enough equity in the home. Yeah.
Wow, gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just jumping in. Jacqueline, jump in if you want to, because I want to tap into
Well,
something.
I'm
else,
just
but go
glad
ahead.
that we have Brittany here, because a lot of buyers sometimes they don't know the importance. They really don't know the importance of having that title insurance. And guys, it's very, very important, because people can come back years later and find any kind of clause and say, oh, this is my property now. And the way people research, because we have that internet nowadays, they can easily find stuff to just, try to take over someone else's property, which is very important. I tell all my buyers to make sure you have title insurance. It's very important. It protects you and it protects me, so nothing comes back.
Right.
And it just protects the whole contract.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
And that's what makes you a good real estate agent, a good title company, is when we have people that will educate the clients, because there are so many times that in a profession we talk like this, and this is our everyday language, and we tend to think that someone else will understand it,
Right.
and this is their first time or second time purchasing a home. I remember, just on a side note, I had a client do a home inspection. And in my mind, the buyer pays for the inspection. Well, she called me and she was pretty upset because she got to the property and she said, Karen, am I paying for an inspection? But she didn't know. I didn't tell it to her. And so that taught me, tell them over and over and over again until they understand. I'll tell my clients, you can call me 500 times because I need you to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it.
And why you're doing it. Very important. Yeah.
Brittany, I'm going to tap into this word here, and this is a major issue that we can find on the contract with all parties. Escrow. I want you to tell us about escrow and what is escrow.
Right, so the concept of escrow, or what escrow is, means that it's something, it doesn't necessarily have to be money, but that's held safe by a third party to another person's transaction with, buyer, seller, whatever the relationship between two people. So what escrow is just basically a neutral third party holding something safe. And so that's my company is called Safe Title and Escrow because that's what we do. We provide escrow services.
Oh, I like that. Safe. Oh, wait, let's do that again. Brittany's company, because we need. Let me hear you say
Safe Title and Escrow.
Safe. I didn't pay that in my.
Okay. Yeah.
Safe Title and Escrow. So that means that I trust you, Brittany. That the money is safe.
It's safe.
I like that, Brittany.
Yeah, it's safe.
Oh wow,
it's safe.
wow. Safe Title and Escrow. So in real estate, the normal thing that the buyers put in escrow, they put money in there. So when a seller takes their house off the market, the seller says, hey, you really mean you're serious about saying that you want to purchase this house. So now what I'm going to do with that money, they're going to write a check to Safe Title and Escrow. Let's say $5,000 and we're going to put it in escrow. Now here's the part where it may become a problem that during the inspection, in the contract, it says that you can get your money back. You can cancel the contract in the inspection no matter what the reason is. Right. So now you're in the inspection and you decide that the carpet is pink and you no longer want the house. Right. So now you come to me as a as your realtor and say, I want my money back because I'm in the inspection period. Right. Brittany, can you give them their money back? I can't give them their money back because Safe Title and Escrow has the money. Yes. Can you give that buyer their money back?
Yeah, so generally, I mean, like I said, there are certain, and I'm sure you know this, but there are certain clauses in the contract that allow you to, certain parties to make a claim for escrow or anything like that. The inspection period is, of course, not one of those things. It is something that releases. But I try to require from the parties, especially if I'm holding escrow, that they sign a release that gives me direction as to what exactly I need to do with the funds. So like I said, it doesn't happen often, but I really try to make sure I have a release. If everybody's kind of verbally agrees, I will do it in special cases, especially if it's something for like an inspection period. If it's something like the deal didn't close on time and I have an official demand letter, I'm putting a full stop, right? I'm going to let you all figure that out, and then you come back to me with either a court order or a release. Let's
figure that one out.
So no, that's what I usually require. If like I said, if it's an inspection period, that's a separate issue. But if it's something else and there's an official demand made on that deposit, then it's a different issue.
Okay, so you got to back up with me, Jacqueline. You want to say something? Because you got to rewind that with me.
Okay.
Well, I mean that makes sense. It does fall back on us because we are, whether we're representing the seller or the buyer, we are there to protect our client. And so we should know how those funds should be dispersed. And we know that based on the contract. So if there is anything outside of the inspection period, then we, as the agents, know how to have that money dispersed by Brittany's company, Safe Title Company. So, and then we'll send something over to Brittany telling her how to disperse those funds. So
yeah, long as it's an agreement between the parties. So I had this happen. I've only been open almost 2 years in August, so I'm really excited about that. But I've actually had it happen twice, where there's been escrow disputes, where there's been attorneys involved, and they've made formal demands for deposits. And so, like I said, when that happens, for me, if it's not something, technically it's like if it's not clear cut, you're supposed to, just wait until the parties kind of come to a resolution, hire attorneys.
Yes.
The first time that it happened to me, I had just opened up, on my own. that escrow is still in dispute almost 2 years later.
Wow.
Right,
Wow.
right.
It's still in dispute.
Because what happens is that when a buyer and seller goes into contract, and during that inspection period,
Right. The inspection period, yeah.
or it could be anything, but one of the things that happens is that if both parties don't sign, then now Brittany's company may do something. I've worked with title companies before where they would not release that money for nothing unless both parties sign.
Both parties have to.
And if they don't sign, then their money is held until somebody says, okay, I'm going to release it, or they have to get attorneys involved.
Right.
Okay, so be very careful, know everything, and again, educate yourself and make sure that your real estate agent explain that to you, because now you're thinking that I can cancel this contract, and now I want to go find another house, but now you have $5,000 tied in escrow and you can't get that money.
You can't get that money.
Yeah, that's why it's very important, guys. It's very important. I cannot express that enough. It is very important that you use a real estate agent, because a real estate agent, we are licensed, we are educated, we should know that contract in and out,
Right.
and we should be able to give you great advice when it comes to something as far as escrow or earnest money.
Right, that's right. Let me say that in closing. That's why you need a real estate agent, and when you're a buyer or a seller, you want to go to a title company like Safe Title and Escrow. I'm never going to forget that one. That's why we use Safe Title and Escrow Company. Brittany, it is time for us to go, so I want you to give out your information and say any last minute closings.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I really, really appreciate it. My company is Safe Title and Escrow. We are a Miami-based company. We do have a closing location in Broward and Davie. Our website is www.safetitleco.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Safe Title Co. and Twitter at Safe Title Miami. You can give us a call, 305-521-9074, with any of your title related questions, and I'll be here to help.
Awesome. Jacqueline, your turn.
Yes, okay guys, I am Jacqueline Williams. I am with the wonderful, wonderful K1 Realty Group. When you have a moment, give me a call. My number is 770-256-1080 for all of your real estate needs. And you can reach me at Jacqueline Sale Homes. That's JACQUELINESELLHOMES @gmail.com. And one other thing, guys, we're getting ready to have a home buy seminar, so please, please, please reach out to me. Send me your information so that I can put you on our list, and we can let you know when that home buyer seminar is going to be at K1 Realty, and you can come out and we can teach you and tell you all about purchasing your first home. Or your second.
Jacqueline, I like your red. I never think about holidays, maybe the red, white, and blue, and I have on black and white. You didn't think either, huh, Brittany?
No.
All right, that is it for us today, Brittany. I enjoyed you. I really did. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Again, I am Dr. Karen Lewis. I am the host with the Real on Real Estate Radio. Thank you all for joining us, and I hope you all got something out of it. Pass Safe Title and Escrow on to your friends. We want to support Brittany's business, to all the real estate agents or anybody in the real estate industry, or buyers. If you want to, you can do so as well. 954-248-9149. Call us with any of your real estate questions, no matter how smart or how dumb they are. We are here to help you and educate you. I hope you have a super 4th of July and be safe. That's all I want to say. And thank you all again for joining us. See you what we are, the first and third Saturday at 11 a.m. WMBM 1490 AM radio station.